All right, hey, Josh here, Attica Lumber Company, actually out here in Seneca County. But check this one out here, YouTube Nation. In this short little video I want to share with you, kind of give you a cursory look of this 40 by 64, 12 foot tall. Okay, it's got a couple sliders, as you can see here. We got to come back and knock out this gable, put a little metal on the front slider there. But actually, for those of you at home there, that's a 20 by 12 slider. Okay, and two different types of gray right here. All right, we got the high state gray. This is Ohio, but high state gray, and got another gray right there fading in there. And I haven't talked about this in a while, but if you've been following along on the channel here, you probably picked this up. But as far as wainscot, you want to keep this up just a little bit from that base trim right there. You see that? And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to let water escape. We've had this happen maybe once or twice in the last 15, 20 years. But I tell you what, there was rust that came up on the sidewall panel right there. Okay, but if you keep it up there, the water can escape. And you know, that's what one of the national brand steel companies told us there. But this is actually 29 gauge metal. And again, for those of you at home taking notes here, 29 gauge metal can spec out anywhere from 0.0038 to 0.0052. I know that's pretty technical, but the thinner the roll, you're gonna get on the level of 0.0052. Again, we buy from different metal companies. We like, obviously, ABC Metals, buy a little bit from Union Metal, and then also some Metal Sales. Okay, but there's different companies out there. Fab-Roll makes a good product, McElroy Metal. So there's different companies out there, but 29 gauge, and again, 28 gauge, a little thicker. And actually, we got a commercial project that we're doing right now that we're using 28 gauge, and also 26 gauge, which is pretty thick as well. So you go down and engage, you get a little bit better metal there. So it just depends on the customer budget, what kind of metal we use, but typically we use 29 gauge. If a customer wants 28 gauge, sure, we'll do that. Obviously, in commercial buildings, we put on 28 gauge. All right, but obviously we zone it based on zoning conditions, but there you can see that. We're a little slick out here, guys. I about lost my balance, but we'll continue to go. All right, and then over here, that's actually a 20 by 10 slider. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea. So kind of getting the layout there. Let's go inside here. Let's check this out here. And let's stay upright as we walk and talk. Let's see if it's open. All right, yes. All right, here we go, guys. We have, again, 40-foot trusses there. We talked about this on the other video. You see that girder truss that we use there in place of a 2x10 or a 2x12 or an LVL header there. All right, so if you have the ability, obviously, to do a girder truss, again, you may want to consider that. So there's that girder truss over there on that 20 by 10 as well. You can see 40-foot trusses there. Again, 2x6 bottom, 2x6 top chord. And you can see this building got the drip stop metal, not a vapor barrier, but a drip stop. We talked about drip stop before, but I think this is pretty important. Actually, this product is, I wouldn't say relatively new, but it's definitely newer than a vapor barrier. But the benefit of this is it's got a 20-year warranty, proof for animal confinement. And then also it can be pressure washed. But if you ever see that, it comes assembled to the underneath of the metal. So as far as from a labor perspective, it's a lot easier to, you know, put on. Obviously you don't put it on, it's already comes pre-assembled or pre-attached to the underneath of the metal. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea there. And then you can see as well, 3-ply laminated columns. Again, I've talked about this numerous times, but again, it's worth probably repeating here. Different pressure points there. Again, 30% stronger than a 6x6, and it's about actually, from a cost standpoint, about 15% more than a 6x6. But you can see 2x6 is glued, finger jointed, laminated together there. See that? 2x6, yellow pine. All right, you see a pressure point there, boom, boom, and then also boom there as well. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea as far as that. And then also you can see we use girts here. You probably been following along here. You can see obviously 2x6 attached to the wainscot there, but a 2x4, 2 feet apart there, 24 inches. But if you've been following along, you see some of our buildings have 2x6s on the sidewall girds 30 inches apart. So it just depends on zoning applications and how we roll with that. So there's different ways to obviously do things, but that kind of gives you an idea here. But a 412 pitch, as you probably see there. So good storage building, another one completed. But comments always welcome. So the next one, keep it locked and loaded right here at Attica Lumber since 1925.